What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters, giving you the greatest breakdowns in this Remy Ma Papoose situation because no one outside of battle rap know the full details of what's going on. Okay, um, a lot of the media outside of battle rap that are covering this, they don't really have an idea. They just going along with what's being said and released by Remy Ma and Papoose. The battle rap community and those who is faithful to actually their channels and the supporters of their channel who cover situations like this, uh we know the graphic in depths of what's going on. And I'm gonna give you I'm gonna prove this today. I'm gonna give y'all even some more stuff. I'm gonna show you how no media source outside of battle rap, they can't produce receipts like this. They don't have a clue, they don't have an idea. We're going to give it to you in the raw, even to the point of some things that Papoose didn't even know. Papoose didn't even know because he's not in this like this. These are things that he have to find out. So we're going to give some more things that he didn't know about. Some certain things he did know about, but certain things he didn't know about. Now, watch this, y'all, as I go more in depth of this situation. Because a lot of people under the impression like that Remy Ma actually liked Easy the Block Captain. So let me make this clear. In the beginning, she didn't. But when you get to having sex with a person, and in the beginning, your motives and intentions may not have been to fall for this person or to have, any type of feeling for this person. But if you continue to have sex with them, eventually you're going to start feeling some type of way, especially if you're a woman who really is created through emotions by which they operate on. Okay. So in this easy situation, along with the Remy Ma and Papoose, here's the thing, and here's what happens that we're going to unlock and show you. Now, Papoose is going to go into this conversation where he talked about the plan that him, Remy, and the therapist had when he came to the knowledge of finding out that Remy was having sex with Easy the Block Captain. And as a result of that, let's listen to the plan that they put in play. Let's listen.
So I agreed to, not show distrust or whatever. And the therapist told her, Remy, since you're saying that it's only business with this dude moving forward, but y'all have a last event coming up, after this event, you're going to cut all ties with this individual. This is what the therapist said. She said, Pat, because I told Rem back then, before I even clipped him, I said, when I catch son, I'm putting him down. I'm putting him down. He violated, you know what I'm saying? And what I noticed, when I found out, I noticed that every time me and her stepped out and made an appearance, he'd go post on his gram, do little sucker shit. He'd go make a post on his story about us. So I'm watching this. Mind you, y'all, I'm not saying nothing the whole time. I know this nigga sleeping with my wife, but I ain't saying nothing. Feel me? I'm like, I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't saying nothing. Son doing sucker shit on the gram. That's cool. I ain't paying that no mind. We go to therapy. The therapist come up with the plan. We put the plan together. The therapist said she has this event coming up at Sony Hall, which was the battle between him and Hitman. She said, you can go to the event, right? But don't knock him. Don't do nothing to this individual. She said, I said, I'm gonna go to the event. I'm gonna fall back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do nothing. After the event, she's supposed to leave the dude alone, right? I go to the
Okay, now notice. So Remy, Papoose, and the therapist had a plan. Remy Ma and Papoose decided that when it was discovered that she was having sex with Easy the Block Captain, that instead of them separating as a result of wanting to fight for their marriage, that they both would try to work it out. So they went to go seek therapy. In the process of seeking therapy, The therapist asked them, what do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to divorce, separate, or do y'all want to work it out? They both agreed to work it out. So a plan was put in motion by the therapist, and Remy was saying, look, I'm tied into business with this guy. We have an event coming up, a major event. So it was discussed that in this major event that's coming up that she's already financially invested in, what would happen would be, okay, we're going to have the event. After the event, I'm done with him and we're going to heal in our marriage. That's what the agreement was. Papoose, keep your cool. Don't go to the event and hurt the man because of what he did. Y'all already said y'all were going to work things out. So forgive and move forward. So Papoose like, cool. So Remy like, cool. So that was the deal. Let's unravel some things. So why didn't that happen after the Hitman Holla event? Why didn't that happen? Let's go back a step further. Papoose. Let's go here.
Everybody, and I don't want to talk bad about her, man. That's something that I never wanted to do. That's why when this took place, when she first got caught cheating with the lame, I brought it to her attention. I said, first of all, I couldn't even believe that she was stooped that low because he's such a cornball. Y'all see it, y'all say it yourself. I'm like, yo, there's no way it's this nigga. Because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, damn, who is this nigga? Because, you know, we were living a normal, peaceful life, raising our child like we planned to, and she started to move real strange. So in the process of her moving strange, it became stranger and stranger, worse and worse. So I said, damn, I got to see what's going on. What the hell is going on? I started to do my research. As I did my research, I found out she was cheating with the lame. So once I find out, I brings it to her attention. I said, mind you, I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. Like I told y'all before, the reason I knocked him out was because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife. It's a difference. But let me tell y'all this. So I bring it to her attention that I found out that she's sleeping with the lame. She tells me, him? Why him? Why him out of all people? Not Goods, not Hitman.
Okay, very important. He brings it to her attention because he can't believe that she was stooped so low to lay down with somebody like Easy, the block captain. Then Remy knowing that what she doing is shameful. So when Papoose brings it to her attention, in her shame, to cover up the filth that she was doing, she says, him? Basically like, ew, why not Hitman or Goods? For those of y'all who don't know who Hitman and Goods is, those are two major battle rappers in battle rap who make top of the line money. Here's the difference between Easy, the Black Captain, and Goods now. Easy is one of the hottest battle rappers in battle rap. However, financially, he's not. Goods get money. Hitman get money. They already established. Easy was not established. Easy just been on the road these past 2 years, and Easy was cooking. But the only thing about Easy cooking is he's cooking while he's under a rookie contract, which means no matter how hot he get, he's obligated to that contract by which his status don't change. Sort of like in the NBA when the rookies is draft. When they draft from college to the NBA, they get that small rookie contract. No matter how many points they put up, no matter how much stats they do, no matter what records they break, they don't change that rookie minimum that they get in being just a rookie. That don't change no matter how good they be, what numbers they put on. those numbers don't change. Well, that's what happened with Easy. Easy got to blowing up in battle rap, but his money wasn't changing. Let me give you an example.
I don't owe you around no money. I don't owe you around no battles. I did owe them some time. I did the proper procedure. I hired a lawyer. We found a way to get out the contract without nobody being hurt, period. The only thing that people was mad about is because I can now leave and be free now.
Okay, see that? He didn't owe the URL no money. He didn't owe them no battles. He was on a 6-year contract deal. The reason why he didn't owe them no money when leaving and he didn't owe them no battles because he had a contract that actually just committed him to their league with no guarantees, which led to this.
What was wrong was, if we want to keep it $1, what was wrong was people gave you a contract without telling you to give it to a lawyer. If we want to keep it $1 from the beginning, because at the end of the day is if you was really for me or for the artist, yo, send this to somebody so they can look over to you. Because you know, any in a hood position that don't got something with mad do it. We hear it in hip hop all the time. They sign 360 deals and send it back because they don't have. So when a get smart and actually start reading now it's a problem. Now it's bad. That was bad business now because the start reading now. It's not bad business. The contract's bad business. The only thing that I did was get smart and send it to somebody who can read for me. Period.
Okay. Now, pay attention to what he said. The problem with the URL contracts, they were giving contracts to guys who didn't have the education to know how to read contracts before signing, and they was benefiting off of their poverty by them being broke and not having nothing. That's what Easy Jeff confessed. He didn't know how to read contracts and understand them, and he was broke and in poverty and didn't have nothing. This is why I call him the golden goose of poverty. There's a lot of potential and stock and money in him. However, in his poverty, he was at a disadvantage by which the leagues would capitalize and offer him in his poverty, benefiting from his talents and his stock rising, but his money wasn't. So what ends up happening, well, how did this tie into the Remy Ma situation? Let me show y'all how this tied into the Remy Ma situation. Pay close attention.
That's how you looking to run Chrome?
That's how I'm looking to run Chrome, because I could pay a girl, all right, you want 10,000, here's 10,000. If I put you on my card in February at 10,000, I can't put you every week 10,000 to everybody. I'm gonna be fucked up. One, women, I told you, I still have yet to make $1. I'm at least 400,000 in the minimum. It's over 400,000, but if I want to be fair, I'd be like, all right, 400,000.
Okay. Remy Ma is $400,000 in the hole. At this time, she had already did 2 events. Both of them failed. So it put her in the hole $400,000. Let's listen again.
I'm at least 400,000 in the minimum. It's over 400,000, but if I want to be fair, I'd be like, all right, 400,000.
She was 400,000 in the red. 400,000. Now, there was another video that when Remy, with 400,000 in the hole, she began to be desperate. She wanted to get up out of the hole. She wanted to make back the money, at least break even of what she lost. This is when she began to backstab and cross everybody. Because remember, she can't accept failure. She can't. So what happens is, now, I will say this. I'm going to say this in her defense to some degree, even though it still don't justify nothing she did. She did an interview on Norbs It All podcast. And in that interview, her and Papoose was right there in that interview. And on that interview, she began to discuss her being 400,000 in the hole. And she did turn to her husband. I would say this. See, I'm going to keep it 100% real. She turned to Papoose and she asked Papoose to help her by taking a battle on her league. She wanted to use his popularity and influence and line him up with somebody that she believed would get her out of the hole. Papoose turned her down. He said he's not going to do it. He didn't want to risk his reputation and being disrespected in battle rap to help his wife out of the hole that she was in. Now, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Papoose is well in his 40s at this time. For the most part, your rap career is over. You're not a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ. So when I heard that, I was like, that ain't good. That wasn't good. Because you being a husband, listen, let me tell you something. If I'm a married man and my wife is trying to run a business and that business is in a hole, but if I can do something to get her out of it, rather than mean risking embarrassment or some type of shame, but not even to the point of degrading yourself or doing something abominable, but just allowing somebody to talk and say disrespectful things such as a rap battle, man, I'm not going to be arrogant and prideful and turn her down like that, because her loss is my loss. Her win is my win. And I think his arrogance got him in trouble also. Because remember, he didn't want her to do it. She did it anyway. And now since he see it failing, he don't want to help her out of the situation. He want to do one of those I told you so's. And he don't want to do what it takes to help her out of it, even if he can, so that he can prove a point to her, which made her feel some type of way. And this when she turned to Easy. Because now at this time, Easy is one of the hottest battle rappers in the game. This is why she couldn't turn to Hitman Holler and Goods, like it was said when Papoose confronted her, like, you messing with this dude? And she like, ew, him? Why not Hitman and Goods? I'm better than that. If you're going to accuse me of being with somebody, at least accuse me. Look at her manipulation. Accuse me of messing with somebody who at least got status in this community by which they the top dogs. Don't belittle me by accusing me of laying down with this bum. Now here's the thing. Was Easy a bum? Yes. But his talents is worth money. Financially, he's a bum. But his talents and gift is bringing in the dollars, racking in the dollars. So she was manipulating Papoose. That made him second guess and not complete confident, and rather not she was screwing him or not. Because she made him look at Easy's situation of what could be seen, rather than his worth and value that he was bringing in. And guess what happened? This is why, after they made that agreement, that when the Hitman Holler and the Easy battle take place, they was to go their separate ways. The reason why it didn't happen, because when that event was over, not only did it get her out of the hole, the 400,000, she also accumulated a few more 100,000s. So she immediately got out of the hole, on top of accumulating extra hundreds of thousands of dollars, which made her actually commit herself to Easy the Block Captain even more, because she already knew he was the hottest dude in the game. And this is what Papoose didn't get. When Papoose turned her down, she went to turn to someone else. That's exactly what happened, Papoose. You didn't know that. Now you know it. That's why she ended up having sex with Easy the Block Captain. She didn't love Easy. She didn't even want him. She wasn't even attracted to him. She's a narcissist who hates failure, who hates not being in control. And rather to face you, that you could do I told you so's in her face, she was willing to risk it all that would never happen. That will never happen. So she turned to another man when you turned her down. That's what happened, brother. And I have to tell the truth while covering this. I believe you was wrong for not assisting your wife and allowing your ego to also put you in the same position that her was doing to her. Because if you do everything else for her, why wouldn't you do that part? You do everything else for her, why wouldn't you do that part? Just think about it. You fight for her. You would kill for her. You embarrass yourself for her. You would do all that for her. So tell me this then. If you would do all that for her, why wasn't you willing to do the battle for her? Why wasn't you willing to do that? When your family was going to be the one to benefit from it anyway. Your family was going to benefit from it anyway. And that's the real truth, y'all, that a lot of y'all don't know. That's what ended up happening. Papoose turned her down. She was $400,000 in the hole. So she turned to the hottest battle rapper in the game at that time, who was in poverty. And everybody was making money off him. The URL was getting over on him. That's why, again, let me play this clip for you. Listen.
I don't owe URL no money. I don't owe URL no battles. I did owe them some time. I did the proper procedure. I hired a lawyer. We found a way to get out the contract without nobody being hurt, period.
And that was Remy's lawyers. Remy approached him because she knew he was the hottest dude in the game when Papoose turned her down. Remy, in desperation, reached out to the hottest dude in the game at that time because Surf had just got indicted. She reached out to Easy. Her and Easy began to negotiate business. She saw Easy contract, seeing that he had a bogus contract, gave it to her lawyers. Her lawyers found the loopholes in the contract. When the lawyers found the loopholes in the contract, then Remy and Easy made an agreement. Remy assurance to Easy to leave the URL, which is the biggest league in battle rap. Remy's assurance to Easy was to give him sex to prove that she was committed. Then what she did was became his manager. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. She didn't love him. She didn't really like him. Rather than fail and have to face her husband, who was against what she wanted to do, she chose to have sex with somebody else to bring her out of the hole. And once she saw that money come in, she wasn't letting that go. Because now, guess what else we find out? Guess what else we find out? We find out something real crazy. That Papoose and Remy Ma is now on record saying to one another. And guess what they saying to one another? That they both are broke. Remy is saying Papoose is broke. Papoose is saying Remy is broke. Let that marinate. Y'all both married. So what's the common ground? What's the common denominator? That y'all broke. That y'all broke. And this is why Remy is holding on to battle rap and Easy because it's paying the bills and keeping her head afloat. But it comes with now responsibilities that Easy want more of. He want more of Remy because he in love. He in love now.
Like, yeah, I took the picture with the Christmas picture. Tree in the back. The love. Yeah. Y'all hear me? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you mean I don't know.